So what are people escaping and coming to the US for? ¿De qué es lo que le corremos cuando nos salimos de nuestro país para venir a este país? ¿Qué es lo que estamos escapando? No es la pobreza, porque nuestros países son muy ricos, con recursos. Estamos escapando el socialismo, porque todos sabemos que está mal, que es de dónde viene la corrupción. Socialism is the doctrine of corruption, of theft, of Marxism, communism, right? That's what I'm talking about. That is what we are escaping. And that is why we are here in America. Because this is one of the last capitalist countries in the world. Is it though? We get here and we find out that it's a marriage between communism and capitalism. And we start to understand things a little different. Right? But the bait is that it is a capitalistic society. And that's why people are running here, and that is why Trump is saying, let's deport everybody the hell out of here, because everybody's looking for the same opportunity, the same capitalism, right? Unfortunately, once people get here, it's more complicated than putting up a vegetable stand, right? Which a lot of people still do. A lot of people sell strawberries, right? And the little guy's pushing the cart. This is the place of opportunity for those who seek that opportunity. So for the people that come, para los inmigrantes que vienen y piensan, yo voy a recibir algo por nada, esa no es la verdad. Si el gobierno te está dando dinero, es porque quieren comprar tu lealtad, tu voto demócrata, socialista, comunista, del mismo comunismo. Te hablo del mismo comunismo de Fidel Castro y de lo que escapa el cubano. Con eso acabamos. Order, Sebastopol, let's get it. Just found this fake $100 bill on the floor and I picked it up thinking it was a real one. And on the back of it, it said Trump 2024. Oh, that is hilarious. And if I may just express my political views, I probably shouldn't do that, but now that I've picked that up and I realized I made a comment on the other video about Trump saving us now, sarcastically, right? Here are my politics. I feel like I never shared that with the audience before. I supported Trump, and I'm not from this country. I just was brought here, right? And although I heard a lot of racist sentiment from that guy, I support him because, well, I supported him before because he spoke to the evils that I think are evils in society too, as well, right? He's against the military complex. I think that is our biggest issue, rather than immigration. But immigration is a big deal, right? But I can't really speak too much. I mean, I can on immigration because I'm an immigrant, but I can't do it from your perspective of being, if you are a resident here or a citizen here, and this is you call this your country, this is where you're born, this is where, this is what you want to protect, right? My perspective is from an outsider saying, hey, like, if we're going to be here, let's be grateful. And Trump's right? Do right, act right, I don't like that he called Mexico and all that shit. That is infuriating. But I understand what he meant before, was that when violent single men, okay, which is happening now with the Venezuelan and the Guatemalan, everybody coming here, right, from everywhere else, everywhere, and Mexico, right? Yeah, they're gonna sleep with the women that are there, right? They're gonna go and find women, and they're gonna sleep with women, and that's what men do, right? Is it okay to grape anybody? No grapes. Is it okay to call someone a rapist? No. It's not okay to just call a bunch of people that, right? So for my gente Latina, you gotta understand, I am a Latino, but my perspective is from a conservative perspective. I used to be more progressive, of course, like everybody else, but ultimately the point here in America is to protect the rights of the people. And I feel like Trump was going to do that before a lot better, right? We've gone through Biden and now it's Trump again. And between Trump and Kamala, I still feel Trump would do a better job protecting the rights of the American people, right? Rather, than Kamala and the left and their military complex and all the bullshit. And the reason I know that the military complex is against Trump is because they're trying to have him killed, right? The evidence is there. He's not with them. He's not with the gang, okay? So he's doing his own thing. He's got his own gang. So that's why I was a supporter of Trump. Okay, you want to know my political views now? Don't trust anybody. Any politician will tell you whatever they need to tell you to get to where they need to get to. Very Machiavellian. So I don't care about your politics or anything anymore, right? I am skeptical of every political leader. I am skeptical of Trump, Kamala, and everybody. No one's gonna look out for the interest of the everyday people, like the people that are, the Christians that are, the outreach people that are, the people that work for supporting, the homeless, or supporting society, supporting children, families. Those are the people that create the most impact in society. The people that want to, the people that love, that care, right? So I am not gonna trust any politician that gets in front of a camera and has to say what he needs to say to get the votes he needs to get, okay? Because that's what we see 4 years after 4 years after 4 years, is these people just getting on shows, getting on news and berating the opponent and really showing their true colors, and nothing ever gets spoken about the real problems in America, right? And so that's just what I wanted to say. I'm not from here. I wasn't born here, but I was raised here. This is pretty much my home. This is what I call home. And at the moment that my paperwork that shows that I'm a Mexican citizen at that moment that some other border patrol agent, ICE, or whoever, some other person wants to say, hey, look, you're not from here, get out of here, I'll respect that. I'll get that. That's the law. But I was raised here. I live here. I pay taxes here. Does that mean like nothing when the law comes and smack down on you? Like, I'm not a bad like person. Like, I'm not, doing anything. I'm doing deliveries, right? I don't have like a criminal record or anything, so there's no reason why I should be like flagged and thrown out of the country, right? But I'm not saying that the people that do come here and do bad shouldn't get kicked out. What I am saying is there's a lot of us here, and my situation is kind of different because I had DACA, and I'm like, I've kind of like protected status because of Obama. My parents brought me here, and I was just kind of stuck here, right? Regardless of that, at 18, I could have left. I could have realized, I need to leave this country. It's not mine. And I could have left, whatever. But I'm here, right? I chose to be here. I grew up here. I'm not saying people feel sorry for me or anything. But the fact is that this is my home. Like this, I speak English. I speak Spanish too. It's very bad, but I speak English. This is where I conduct business. This is where I do deliveries. This is where I save money. This is where, this is where I go to the casino. Like, this is my home, right? And Obama did something great, right? In that he recognized that and he did something for that, the DACA thing, and he used his presidential powers to help us, right? At the same time, though, that drew a divide between the left and the right even more, right? And I feel like I was stuck right in the middle of that, and it was a shit position to be in, because in the one hand, I love America. I love its rights. I want to support it. I would sacrifice my own life and my own future. I'd get the hell out of your country if I knew you were going to, keep your rights, right? If me leaving here was going to help you better with your rights. But let's get down to the brass tacks. The American government is shipping people in. And why are they doing that? They're doing that because they need people here. They need people to pay taxes. They need people to fund the cities. They need people to vote Democrat. They need people, right? Population's not replacing itself like it should. So they need people. That's why they're busing people from Haiti. They're busing people from, there's more. I think there's more to immigration than we see, right? And now with Trump, he's like, all right, I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to deport everybody. That's what everybody wants to hear. But is that what's going to happen? Because that's happened before. Mass deportations. Do you think that a citizen... Now, I'm not a citizen, but do you think that a citizen that is armed and that is Latino looking, and do you think that if that person gets deported mistakenly just because he looks Latino, do you think that that person is not going to defend his rights with his right to bear arms? So I don't think that the deportations are going to go as many racist people would like them to go and get all these fucking Mexicans out of here. I think the issue is that we're here and we work for you. We cook for you. We deliver your food for you. We do all the menial tasks that you can afford to pay for, right? We've had this arrangement for a long time, okay? And I'm not saying just white people and Latino. I'm saying just people that are established here, that have wealth, that have property, that have, that are Americans, that people here live a life that is incredible. And the way you're able to do that is through our labor, right? The immigrant labor, the cheap construction. You're able to make a profit because you hire cheap construction, right? It's it's a give and take, right? It's a give and take. And all this, I gotta go take these deliveries. But all I'm gonna say is this is the last thing I'll say is us Latinos that were kind of put in this situation with the DACA, right? We have been asked directly or indirectly to support the left by the bribe of DACA. I will never do that. I will always support conservatism. I will always vote or fight to conserve the rights that are in the Constitution, in the Bill of Rights, because I read them and I kind of understand them, and I kind of see the big deal of them, right? Right to bear arms, the right to have property, the right to have land. That's important stuff. Why? Because historically governments take land, take possession of people, and you can't defend yourself because they take your guns. So I'm kind of in a fucked up place because I understand the rights. I don't have said rights, and I feel like I have to have an opinion, but ultimately I don't trust anyone. I don't care, and I do care, but I don't trust any politician that says they have the solution to my problems. Do I think Trump's going to fix the economy and everything? No. I think Trump is just someone who is an opportunist, and he's always been wanting to be president. He already was president, and now he's got to keep that status, right? Like he's got to, like people are depending on him. He is the guy that was chosen by the American people. Legit. Like this is probably the first time democracy has happened in a long time. And I don't think he's this great guy with merit. I just think he was the rich guy that always wanted to be president, that always said he wanted to be president, is now president, got his positioning in the world, right? And now he has to back that shit up and actually help the common man. And so it's very exciting, right? But if it costs me being deported, being kicked the hell out for being nothing but a taxpayer and delivering your food, that's fine. That's fine. I understand your rights. I understand why you're fighting for your rights, and I support that. And I support that. But all I'm saying is think about it. There's a lot of us that are not going to give up so easily, right? There's a lot of us that are not going to get pulled over and arrested and the guns taken away from us, right? So it's going to be hairy. It's going to be hairy. So let's keep positive. And, I love you. If this chat made you want to unsubscribe, I don't blame you. Being open like this is a big risk. And if I lose all my subscribers, At least I told you guys know where I'm coming from. I love America. Here's the last bit in the summary. I'm not from here. I'm here because I was brought here, and I choose to stay here. Okay, I'm in a protected sort of status, right? I'm willing to give that up, my protected status. I'm willing to get deported if I know your rights are going to be protected by Donald Trump. But no one's going to protect and keep your rights except you. You watching this. You're the only one that could bear arms. You're the only one that could fight for your freedom of press and your freedom of speech and your freedom to have your property not taken by the government. You are the only one. And that's sort of the most important ones. I don't give a shit about anything else. I just, I want to have my property, my things, and my money, and that's it. Because with that, I can leave. I can leave to Mexico. I can leave to Spain, wherever I want. But I love it here. I can't picture any better place. Maybe I need to travel more, but I love America. I love it here. I love working here. You guys know I love doing deliveries. I should go take these deliveries where they get cold, but I love it here. And holy shit! I just realized it's 15 minutes. I'm not fucking leaving. That scene from Wolf of Wall Street. I'm not fucking leaving. That's it right here. That's it, You could deport me, pull me away, but I'm not fucking going nowhere. This is where I make my money, right? And the fuck if I'm gonna let anybody come and deport me, right? Also, the fuck am I gonna let any immigrant disrespect America? The fuck am I gonna do that? And when I do that, that's why Latinos hate me, and I lost all my Latino friends. I will always stand up for America, even if it costs me my life. Because America is fucking worth saving. The rights here, not saying that there's no other countries that have rights, but the rights here deserve being protected. And so the fuck if I'm gonna let an immigrant come and insult America? Because I know how hard it is to be here. That's all I wanted to say. All right, bye. Meet my nephew. Little AirTag. Show the people your AirTag.